Alright, what's up guys, Durka here. We're gonna go react to the God of War Ragnarok trailer. I'm a huge fan. Started in God of War 3, went back, played all the other God of Wars. One recently, I played 1 through all of them. Played Chains of Olympus, all that. So we're gonna go ahead and check out the God of War Ragnarok trailer and react to it. I know I don't have a face cam or anything, but you can't see my facial expressions, but you'll definitely be able to hear the excitement in my voice because I love God of War. It's my favorite series. Yeah, and Norse mythology, I'm in love with it, so I'm super glad that they moved it over to there. So we're gonna go ahead and check this out. I haven't seen anything besides a picture of Thor, Atreus, Loki, I guess, whatever you want to call it, and Kratos, which looks just the same. So, and that girl, I don't know who she was. Let's see, what is it? This girl right here. I don't know who that is. Oh, that's Freya. That's not the picture I was looking at. Where was it? I don't know who this girl is right here. I don't know who that is. But I guess we'll find out when the game comes out. And I guess my son's gonna sit here and react with me too, huh, buddy? You wanna sit on Daddy's lap and watch?
Yeah.
You wanna watch the game? Yeah. Alright, here we go, guys. I'm playing it through my speakers, so sorry if I put Atreus. I'm gonna be honest, guys. Quick second. I honestly can't wait for Kratos to die. I know this sounds shitty, but I really want to play as Atreus and Loki. So
time is running out. The prophecies say Fimbulwinter leads to Ragnarok. War is coming. My story doesn't end hiding in these woods. I should be out there, finding out who I am, who Loki is.
I will not allow you to pick a fight with gods.
I don't want to fight anyone. I just want answers.
And if those answers lead to war with Asgard?
Maybe that's what Mother wanted.
We do not know what Mother wanted.
Well, I recognize that dour expression anywhere. Odin's got tricks up it.
could you ride sleighs in the old one? No, it was just a boat, right? That's gonna be dope.
His sleeve we haven't dared to consider.
What if there was someone who could help us?
You mean Tyr, the old god of war in these lands, who is dead?
Well, for a dead man, Odin seemed pretty keen on seeing he wasn't found.
If he's out there, we gotta find him. If he's out there, we gotta find him.
For a dead man, Odin seemed pretty keen on seeing he wasn't found.
If he's out there, we gotta find him.
Come in.
I don't like
What
Atreus.
in all yarns be the happened to him?
We're trying to stop Ragnarok, to help people. And what if the only way to do that is war?
Yo, no way.
War is not the only way.
Stop thinking like a father for a moment and start thinking like a general.
So after seeing that, him pull out the Blades of Chaos, I wonder if you start with those in this game, because they also looked like there was just like a metal grapple chain. Let's go back and look at it real quick.
And what if the only way to do that is war?
Yeah. Start out with it.
Is not the only way.
Stop thinking like a father for a
Honestly,
moment and
kinda
start thinking like a
the
general.
LeBron match.
You seem like a calm and reasonable person. Are you a calm and reasonable person? In moments of crisis, panic does nothing. Harness it. Let it serve you. Let it serve you.
Right there, he's about to hop on and running around, and he bashes into that.
Tyr!
Oh, Tyr's alive?
Are you coming with us?
Doesn't it look like Zeus from God of War? Yo, no way.
Are you coming with us?
You'll get your answer soon enough. Well, some of them. PlayStation.
Okay, let's go. I think I'm gonna watch this developer interview. Make this video a little bit longer.
Tonight, we also got our first big look at God of War Ragnarok. Herman, what can you tell us about where Santa Monica Studio is going with this one?
You know, like many of the fans, I'm personally really invested in the relationship between Kratos and Atreus. We got to see in the trailer that there's some real tension brewing between them as Ragnarok approaches, so, I can't wait for players to see how that relationship between them evolves. And you gotta trust me when I say that Santa Monica Studio have prepared quite a few twists and turns for players as they set up the finale of the Norse saga in God of War Ragnarok.
We're gonna get an update on God of War Ragnarok from Santa Monica Studio here in just a moment. But before you go, Herman, I wanted to get your take on Horizon Forbidden West. Now, we've learned that this one is coming out in February.
Their lighting, it's just exceptional. And the game offers so much variety. The controller, I think, in my mind, really adds.
We're joined now by Eric and Corey from Santa Monica Studio. And I wanted to check in with you two on the big announce we saw just a few minutes ago, God of War Ragnarok. We finally got our first big look at it. And actually, Eric, I wanted to start with you. You've been involved with every single God of War, including 2018's God of War. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct, Sid. I've been with the studio since 2004 in many different capacities, working with both Santa Monica and Randy at Dawn on the God of War franchise. And I don't know why, but they thought it'd be a good idea to say, hey, do you want to direct this one? And so that's what I'm doing. I'm directing God of War Ragnarok, or as Corey likes to call it, never heard of it. So that's the update on that.
So Eric, why the shift in leadership on God of War Ragnarok?
It's always been a tradition here at Santa Monica to change the directors across the games. We've had really good success with that. Corey's been the only repeat director, and rightfully so. He's pretty damn good at what he does. So that's kind of what it is.
The important thing for us is to be able to kind of get a fresh perspective each time, but also, a fresh pair of legs in the sense that you're really exhausted at the end of finishing one of these things. So you got to con somebody else into doing it, like him.
So Eric, what aesthetics or themes sort of resonate with you as a creative? I mean, I guess what I'm getting at is like, how do you see yourself leaving your fingerprints on God of War Ragnarok?
It's kind of the designer in me wants to answer one way, but as a director, you have to answer a different way. I think you have to learn how to jettison your own profession when you switch over to the director's role, which I'm sure Corey can understand. I mean, he kind of animated a little bit on God of War 2, and we kind of had to throw it all out, except for that sneaky backflip that Kratos has never done again that we left in. That's the perk of being the director, I guess. But from my point of view, like, we want to tell a very heartfelt and epic story, as a father and son go on a journey, and they kind of struggle with holding on to stuff and letting go of things. It's a very difficult kind of human condition that we all deal with, and we kind of want to arrive at that by taking like slices of life or family, drama, if you will, and kind of juxtapose that against big Norse backdrop. And at the end, we just want to have an ending that feels very surprising yet inevitable based on all those things. But it's kind of, I'm from the Midwest, so like slice of life, very common, mundane things are just as interesting as big world events. And so we try to collide those things together to, make an experience that's very worthy of the God of War name.
So with the game officially being called God of War Ragnarok, I guess it doesn't take a genius to think that perhaps Ragnarok factors into this game in some manner. Can you confirm that, Eric?
Yeah, I mean, you can't call the game God of War Ragnarok and not have Ragnarok happen in the game. So, it's going to happen. We're going to cap off the Norse series with it. And I think Chris Judge said it best in the announced trailer last year. Prepare yourselves.
Wait. If I heard that right, guys, this is the last Norse mythology game. To be honest, my guess is Kratos dies here, guys. I don't want to be the one to say it, but Kratos is probably gonna die.
The last game ended with a teaser of sorts for Thor. And I just gotta know, was that Thor's voice we heard in the trailer just a few minutes ago?
That was definitely Thor's voice that we heard in the trailer. Thor is being played by Ryan Hurst, which you might know him from Sons of Anarchy. He played Opie, one of my favorite characters ever. And we're just delighted to have him come play in the God of War sandbox. And his take on Thor and our take visually on Thor is very different than the hunky Australian you might know. He's much closer to the Norse mythology version. He's this big, burly, almost hedonistic man-child, red hair, left-handed, just a little off kilter than the Thor that a lot of people know right now. So I can't wait for people to experience more of that when the game's done.
We also heard the name Odin in tonight's trailer. So I imagine if we're going to experience Ragnarok, Odin's going to have to play a pretty big role here, right?
Definitely. I mean, Odin is the Allfather of all the realms, so he's going to show up when Ragnarok happens. We're very, very happy to have Mr. Richard Schiff come on to play Odin for us. You may know him as Toby from The West Wing. This was one that we never thought was going to happen. It was like kind of a shot in the dark. He got back to us, and we walked him around the mocap volume, and he was just like, I've never done anything like this before. Let's do it. And so the kind of rest is history. So I can't wait for people to experience that and see how he factors in. And it's a very different take again, much like Thor. He's like a old man who's just kind of busy with his own things and doing whatever he wants. And he doesn't live in a castle or anything like that. So it's again, a different take, kind of what we do. We just take what's known and curveball it a little bit and, make it special.
We also saw a couple of new characters tonight. So what can you tell us about them?
Are you talking about the little squid? Oh no, you're talking about Tyr, the big guy. Yeah, he's the Norse God of War. And Kratos and Atreus have finally found him. We talked a lot about him in 2018, so we were like, well, we might as well show him to the people. And then the last character we saw at the trailer, like with the little wink and smile from Angerboda, she's one of the last remaining giants, and her story is pretty amazing and how it fits into the world of God of War. Tyr is being played by Ben Prendergast, who's been completely absorbed in the role, even though he is not a giant as Tyr is. And then Angerboda is being played by Leia De Leon Hayes, who's a complete treasure on set. She's been amazing. Watching her chemistry with the other characters has been amazing, and she's one of the last giants that's living. So we have those characters and a few more. There's a lot of different monsters you saw in there, and there's been so many talented people at the studio building this trailer and putting it together. I just want to give a shout out to the team. I love you guys. I wish you could be here doing this interview with me. I wish you were all behind me right now at the studio. That would have been completely amazing. And lastly, to our fans, we have a saying at the studio that we are fans of our fans, and I cannot wait to watch all the tweets, the messages, the reaction videos that you guys put out, and our team to be able to take that into heart and just get excited and hyped, and then use that to push us through to finish the game for you guys. So thank you very much.
Well, we're hyped, man.
Now, Corey, we haven't heard a whole lot out of you here tonight. So now that we know you're not directing God of War Ragnarok, I was hoping maybe you could give us a little clue about what you may or may not be working on next.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You'd like me to just spill the beans and tell you everything that's going on right now. We're actually doing a bunch of stuff. It's really exciting, all the things that we're doing, and you're tempted to know what is this, but I don't really have anything I can talk about right now specifically, mostly because we're really focused on God of War Ragnarok, that I am incredibly excited that I finally understand that that's what everyone was saying. God of War Ragnarok. I was way off. I was thinking it was something else that they were talking about. I think we'll wait to get any deeper into anything else until later. We'll talk again, Sid.
All right. Well, thank you, Corey, and thank you.
All right, that's it, guys. Pretty much just let me know what you guys think of what God of War is going to be like in the comments. You know, let me hear your opinion. You guys think Kratos is going to die? You guys think we're going to befriend Thor and kill Odin with them? You think Odin is going to... I'm more tier. What's his... what's his part in this? I understand he's the God of War and... I can't remember what starts Ragnarok. I don't remember from the last game. I have to go through and replay it. But it kind of sucks that they're only making 2 of the Norse mythology games. I'm super into Norse mythology, any mythology really, but Norse is the one that really, gets me, I guess. But I mean, shit, we had, 5 games in the Greek mythology, so, I mean, I guess it's time to switch it up a little bit, huh? Alright, well, those of you who watched the video, thanks, I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, comment. I'm a small little YouTuber, so anything helps, guys. Just subscribe, comment, whatever you feel like doing. Let me know what you think about Kratos dying, really, though, and what we're gonna do with Odin. Alright, peace out.